is your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. Two in a row. That's not really the sort of a pattern, is it? It's, I don't know what's the word for it. You could still call it a fluke, but I'm a positive person, so I'm going to say it's the start of a trend. And how are you all doing on this fine and glorious and wonderful Tuesday afternoon? Now, while I'm jibber jabbering, I haven't had the ability to say jibber jabber in quite a while. No, I've had the ability, certainly had the opportunity, because even when the camera's not rolling, I jibber jabber. Have not had the wherewithal to use the word jibber jabber. But now I'm jibber jabbering away, and while I jibber jabber away, I guess jibber jabber is the word of the day. I'm going to set this up and ask you how you all doing. I think I already asked you that, but I'll ask you again because I care. I care deeply and truly about each and every one of you wonderful people. See, I was about to type wonderful. That's how much I'm thinking about how wonderful you people are. Let's see projects, UI, yes, let's see. We're working on my website. More accurately, I'm still trying to shake off the cobwebs, obviously, if you saw yesterday's episode. And two, I was trying to shake off the cobwebs by going through my website and trying to, what am I trying to do? I think I'm trying to update it. Because I know VirtualBox is updated and all the software within my host OS, guest OS is updated. And we fixed this one thing, which I still think is very, very odd. Very, very odd that it happened. And I believe, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm not inclined at all to go dig into the reasons why. Like I say, Freelancer Joe, what about your intellectual curiosity? My intellectual curiosity is only piqued about things that are of interest to me. The problem with things like this is that it'll probably change like in a year or two. So, yeah. Well, web standards take a little bit longer to change because they go through consortiums and whatever, but still, it's like, you know, if you're going to retain useless knowledge, at least let it be useless knowledge that's of interest to you. That's the way I think about it. But then again, that's why I'm here, where I am in life. And I'm sure maybe I will acknowledge the possibility that those people who do retain that useless knowledge that is not of interest to them might be doing better than me. Might not. I would suspect. Well, let's see. Assuming I fall in the average, and half the people are and half the people aren't. Alright, so let's start it up. Should we start it up? Let's start it up. Start it up. Yeah. Now it is a cloudy, overcast, and gloomy April day. Forecast for rain, which makes sense because it's saying April showers and blah 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 blah. Well, not blah 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 blah. It probably would have been just as short to say April showers bring May flowers. But the thing's already blooming, so that's interesting. Actually, what I find really interesting is surprisingly chilly for April. I would have thought it would have started warming up by now. I think this is last week. I think it's supposed to, not last week, it's the last few days. It's going to start warming up tomorrow, at least where I'm at. And my understanding is there's places that got snow today, which is, well, April snow. That's kind of cool, I guess. A place that normally doesn't get April snow. Obviously, places that normally get April snow probably could care less about that. Now, how, as I shake off the cobwebs, I'm trying to remember how am I supposed to do an update? Well, hopefully, I have left myself a hint in my notes. If not my notes, possibly my README. But that would normally be in my templates. So it's probably in my notes. Sudo mount, okay, that's if I'm sharing things between my guest OS and my host OS, npm save dev, technical debt, no technical debt. Future ideas, refactoring, nice, setting up a template, deployment upgrades. Okay, there we go. Sudo npm install -g. npm errors. This is why I leave myself notes. Now, I'm sure some of you are saying, it's not really good notes. And you'd be true. If you've ever seen my handwriting, though, it looks like chicken scratch. Shorthand, actually, is probably a better description. I'm a very contextual writer. So I just leave enough hints to trigger what I was thinking at the time, and that's all I need. However, it's not of much use for other people, but that's why I don't share my notes. Oh, and so I want to talk about, I was mentioning yesterday that I had upgraded my Fios, or my internet connection. I went to the Fios fiber optic. And yeah, it is much faster for the upload. Normally it would take like close to an hour to upload my YouTube video. Well, but yesterday it was done quick. NPM to 6.9, added 54 packages. Oh no, that just upgraded NPM. I want to say there's something like a NPM update or something. Let's see what commands we got here. NPM, JavaScript Manager. Because I know I've done this before. Okay. Q. NPM help. Help. Command, quick help. Our command is one of access add user. I'm looking for you. Update. Okay. npm update -h. Let's make sure it does what I think it's supposed to do before I actually do it. That's it. That's all you got for me? Okay, npm help update. Update a package. This command will go on list of the latest version. Specify the tag respecting Semver. It will also install missing packages. Packages and alright. So I believe it's just simply going to be sudo npm upgrade. Oh, why do I feel like that's going to be bad? Now, why is it sudo? Stupid autocomplete. You can complete commands, but not words that I'm typing. Not that I should expect it to be able to tell the difference. Oh, so why am I using sudo for my stuff? Make sure it gets installed globally. Plus, some of those packages, they depend on libraries and they make changes and links and all that jazz. And it was one of the harsh lessons I learned earlier that it's easier just to do it this way. Though I'm sure from a security perspective, just doing everything as a sudo is like bleh. It is. It is. Do you really want a properly configured environment that would be able to do it all correctly? But you know what? That requires a system admin. And that is something I do not want to get paid to do. And it feels good. It feels good to be back and doing this again. Granted, well, at this point, it's not treading water. It's trying to regain. That's not even a word. Regain lost ground. At least get back into the habit of spending some time on Freelancer activities. Should quickly get back into that because I didn't actually make much progress to begin with. Then I have to make the next step. I have ideas on the next step. Lots of ideas. Ideas are easy. Not necessarily say that either. But ideas without action, not much of a point. I mean, unless you sell the ideas, but then, well, the action is selling the ideas. And I'm sure I'm looking positively jacked today, but not training because today's Tuesday. And it is my rest day, which is just as well. I woke up and my right knee was hurting something fierce. I feel like I need to pop it. You don't want to pop your knee. It was very odd. I mean, I did squats yesterday, but I didn't recall doing anything that should have caused the issue. My form was correct. I had my knee brace on. Soft knee brace, not a hard knee brace. I may need to invest in an actual hard knee brace. An old man like me, we gotta take more and more precautions. Old man like me. It's all relative. I'm feeling good. Are you feeling good? I hope you're feeling good. Everybody should feel good. See? Permission denied. Wait, I just did a sudo npm upgrade. Ah, damn it. Okay, let me look at... Wow, I don't even know what the old versions were. So this permission denied thing, I remember in my install script what I did. You know what? I could probably just do that. So if you just run the install, but you don't specify a version, it'll pull the latest version, compatible with blah blah blah. And you'll see here I have the unsafe perm equals true allow root, and that is what bypasses the permission to deny thing. And that's also why I didn't have this separate command here. Basically, whenever I wanted to do an upgrade, I would just rerun my install script. That's why I didn't have that note. You know, we spent my Christmas staycation doing this whole upgrade thing, and you think I would remember it. In my defense, January, February, March, that was 3 months ago. sudo./install.sh. There we go. Well, I certainly hope I didn't honk everything with that one. Well, you know, I mean, if I did, what am I going to do? I just delete the directory and pull the latest one or reclone the Git repository, which is why we have Git. Or we have a software repository in general. You can use whatever you want to use. Why do I use Git? Because Git is the software. It's actually what GitHub. I never bothered to dig into the difference between GitHub and GitLab. I mean, it's all Git, so what do I care? I probably should care, because I'm sure there's some corporation behind both of them, and they may not be aligned with my interests. Evil corporations and all that jazz. Evil! Ah, Ernest Borgnine. Rest in peace. My familiarity with Ernest Borgnine started, well, with Airwolf, actually, as Dom. I don't know if many people beyond Gen Xers remember that. Millennials and Gen Ys probably know him as Mermaid Man from SpongeBob SquarePants, which he was hilarious in. But if you ever have the chance, and if you can ever find it, I would highly recommend the movie Marty, M-A-R-T-Y, starring Ernest Borgnine. Great flick. Resonated deeply with me. Says a lot about me. Actually, that would explain a lot. It would offer a very good insight to the type of person I am. Or at least how I felt about myself in the past. I forgot. I need a song and dance while I'm doing this upgrade. But I also need to remember, no doubt there's going to be lots of warnings and lots of things that don't work. I'm going to need to remember to take notes on what these fixes are, because I have to apply them to all my other things. Other things. Other things. You would think I could use better words than other things. Oh, I do love hearing my voice. Who doesn't? April. Flowers and green leaves and pollen. Lots and lots of pollen. Fortunately, as long as I stick to my diet and don't mow any lawns, me personally, I don't have to deal with allergies. It's the strangest thing. Well, I suppose I wouldn't say the strangest thing, but it would indicate that there was something wrong with the traditional diet being the normal American diet. For me, anyway. Traditional being the recommended food pyramid. Not that I really followed that exactly. Mine was more like a food square? No, hourglass. Right? Because they got grains at the bottom, and I had lots of those. And then there were vegetables, right? And there was fruits, and I had never had fruit. And then there was like small amounts of meats and fat. So mine is more like an hourglass, because I loaded up on the grains and that, and loaded up on the fats and meat. But really, it was the grains and things that I needed to get rid of to help with my allergies. And all sorts of other things. I got allergies, got energy, not feeling sluggish, and weight. Yeah. Wow. I really am going to have to consider the song and dance, because I have to do this 4 more times, right? What should I talk about? Oh, well, I think I may have mentioned before that I was thinking about dropping my Netflix subscription. I haven't quite done that yet. I'm not sure. Why am I still holding out? Laziness, for one. That DVD of theirs that I still have from like 10 years ago. That's 2. No. I don't know if I still have it, but as far as they're concerned, I still have it. And I think Castlevania. That's their only upcoming original series that I have any interest in at all. It turns out most of the time what I watch on Netflix is anime. But the thing is, a lot of their anime, other than their originals, which is not really originals, they license it themselves from the companies in Japan. They're licensed from Funimation. And, well, as it turns out, Funimation has their own streaming service. Not as good as Netflix, by any means. Very annoying interface. But a much better selection of anime, obviously, because it's, all of their titles. At least the ones they've uploaded. Plus, even better, I'm not sure how they're doing this, but if there's a series that's ongoing in Japan right now, and in Japan they play these things, like a normal TV show, an episode a week or something like that. There's probably a slight time delay, but a couple days later, Funimation will upload the episode dubbed, which is pretty cool. It's actually been a long time since I've watched a show on a weekly basis as opposed to my normal binge. I do prefer the binge, but yeah. And there's lots of content. There's 2 series. There's Fairy Tail. This has something like 400 episodes or something. And then there's One Piece, which is 800 episodes. Fairy Tail I'm cool with, for the most part. And One Piece, I mean, I watched like the first few episodes. I haven't had the DVD somewhere. It didn't really hook me, but maybe it's one of those things where it takes a while to kind of grab you. That's probably what it is. I'll give it another shot. And plus, as opposed to Netflix, which is what, like about $20? 20. It's 20 because I have both the DVD and the streaming one, even though I don't do the DVD. I could probably save a lot of money if I cut that out. If I just swallowed the cost and paid for that DVD, that original DVD I got 10 years ago. The Funimation is only like $5 a month, so that's pretty good. So, you know, if this works out mostly, if I was smart and I didn't want to do the song and dance, what I could do is actually, if this upgrade successfully happens, I could do the run the install script for my other projects, so you don't have to sit here and watch this. I could, but why am I not going to do that? Because I'm easing back into this. You know, slowly easing back into this. And so, granted, by doing it this way and having you sit with me through it all, I have to ramp up my talking. But it's less mentally straining than coming up with, trying to figure out the fixes. Well, if I ran all the scripts, and then I don't have to work through one. But it's entirely possible I might have to change versions anyway. That's true too. Because there's always a chance of version incompatibilities. So, best to get it working for one and then move on. See, I caught myself. Because I was going to try and be clever, when I should try and be lazy instead. Difference. You want... Ideally, you would be cleverly lazy. But more times than not, me trying to be clever just ends up making me having to work, which is antithetical to being lazy. Ooh, antithetical. That's a good one. I probably didn't use that one right either. Alright, and we're at Material UI. Good. And log level class names, which is a general package. Alright. I bet you the AWS stuff doesn't work. I also bet you I probably should have gone with one of my templates first, because they're the simpler ones. C'est la vie. Lodash. What was Lodash? Lodash was the common libraries, so Git. That's right. Git, not Git. Get, G-E-T, as opposed to Git, G-I-T. The wonders of the English language. Probably the function I used for web calls, because that's also the package after that is fetch. And right now it's doing React Slick, which is the carousel. It might not even work anymore, to be honest. There's often the chance of that. But hopefully, the package or my install script will finish before we hit the time limit self-imposed, and I will try to start it, and hopefully it will come up. And if it doesn't, well, I'm not going to dive into solving that problem right away. What do you think? You want to take bets? What are the odds that it'll work smoothly? On the one hand, it would be nice if it did work smoothly. But on the other hand, it means I would have to dive that much quicker into doing something that's actually useful. There is something to be said for busy work. Simple, tedious busy work. Cutting your teeth. It's like when you hire an intern or a new hire, like a high school student or something. You don't slap them with the big stuff right away. Or actually, just a new hire in general. I mean, you may have if you have big plans for a new hire, then you probably aren't doing it right. Because you really don't know what a person can do until you see them do it. That is tautology? That seems like a tautology. But yeah. I mean, you get what I'm saying at. Sure, you can interview somebody and you look at their resume and you can ask them questions, but you don't know how they're going to do at the job until it's time for them to do the job. And it all depends on people. Some people could just hop straight right in. I myself, actually, I prefer to start very slowly. Get acclimated, get a lay of the land, that kind of thing. See how things are currently done, and then work from there. I have a very difficult time trusting people who just come in cold and suggest sweeping changes. More often than not, I found that those people that do that don't actually implement those changes. They just foist it on other people. Alright, so it did finish. Let's try the NPM audit fix to see if that does it. If it fixes anything. Normally it doesn't, to be honest. That's why I almost completely always skip it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Because there are, what, 82 vulnerabilities? That seems like a lot. Updated to... Oh, fixed 82 of 82. That's not bad. Alright, let's start it up. Let's try to start it up and see if it starts. And I probably should have cleared that so I could have gotten a better view. Did I close? Normally we kind of... Oh, there we go. That's what I was figuring it would do. This might take a little bit longer than normal because it's loading things into the browser cache. One of these days, I keep saying it, but I'd like to take it, here we go. Here we go. Yep. I remember this error. Well, not necessarily this error per se, but it has something to do with my Webpack setup and how I'm trying to process images. Or more accurately, I'm invoking some packages that are for processing images, probably the minimization or whatever. And I always have problems installing those. I've never actually sorted out the correct way for doing that. Well, but we are about at the 30-minute mark. Man, it's going to take me a while to work through that one. You're in for a treat, but that treat will have to wait until tomorrow, because, like I said, I'll wrap this up for now. Cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting, and, yeah, thank you for joining me, and I hope you will join me tomorrow, where hopefully we will tackle this. Lots of hopes. And so, until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care, and God bless.